everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Tonight we are going to go ahead and open up my new dot cards. I went ahead for Christmas and got myself the Daniel Smith Extra Fine Watercolor Dots. There are 4 sheets with 238 colors. I have been wanting Daniel Smith colors for a long time, a lot of different ones, and I figured I would go ahead and get the dot cards to see which colors I absolutely love and would like to try, rather than buying a bunch of colors that I don't need. They come in a sleeve and probably won't use because they feel more repetitive to me and I don't really need them. Okay, so our set comes with the pamphlet and what is this? Oh, 3 easy steps to experience the Daniel Smith watercolor magic for yourself. Wet your brush. Apply wet paint to one of the color dots. Put your brush with paint to paper and see the beautiful color for yourself. Paint and enjoy. And that, you know, in case anybody else needs all that. This comes on really cool paper. I think it's silly, but funny. Comes with their pamphlet about, looks like the different things you can get from Daniel Smith. Extra fine watercolors, their pigment sticks, which I probably will never buy because I'm not that kind of person. Wow, holy buckets, that's a lot of colors. So this is our pamphlet of colors, all the colors. Whoa, let's try that again. All the colors in the cosmos. You know, because this is way past the rainbow. Look at all that. That's a lot of colors. And then that's their extra fine watercolor colors. I don't think they have it broke down into anything else. And then they have their, where's the code? Usually there it is. Transparency. They have their granulation, yes, no, non-staining, yes, the different levels of staining rated. They have their light fastness rating and what form you can get the colors in. And then there's color information. This is from left to right. Yeah, so I like that. And then Unique Color Permatech Paint Series. You can also get, I have this, the walnut ink. I have that as well. It came in an art box. It's really nice. And watercolor sticks, I just really probably would never use those. I have pastels, oil and chalk, so I don't really need any more oil sticks. I do have this as well. And then there's all kinds of watercolor grounds and stuff that you, surfaces and whatnot that you can get. Kind of not interested in that for myself, but it is cool that it's available. And then all of the different sets you can get. So if you're leaning one way or another, if you do landscapes or portraits or whatever, you can pick and choose what you like. The Shimmer Set might be fun for me. I do like shimmery colors. Alright, and then on the other side we have hand-poured half pans, different information on them, and then unique colors from their mineral pigments. I got the 36 set of dot cards. If you want to look up that video, it's out there for you. Some of those colors are absolutely beautiful on paper. This is cool. This is their duochrome colors. I like the idea of this, but the reality was less fun than I wanted it to be. So yeah. But there are a couple more that I want to try. Like this iridescent russet would be fun, or the bronze. The iridescence I would definitely get. Possibly some of the pearlescence, although I don't really need those. At any rate. I digress from the task at hand. At any rate, the cards come with a bunch of information about other products if you really, really are interested in the Daniel Smith line and you want to check that out. Gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna show you each card in turn. This is looks like yellows to reds and bits of purples, and then we have what looks like purples to some blues and greens. So the greens to earth tones, and you know, some of the more earth tones down there, and then browns, and this looks like pearlescent ones. Ooh, nice. Oh, this is their duo ones. Oh, that's cool. I did not realize that they would be on here. Some of their pearlescents and their duo colors are here. And when I say duo, I mean those. Where did you go? Don't tease me. Yeah, these duochrome colors. And interface green, the interface colors, duochrome, and pearlescent, and iridescent. Some of them are on here. Is that all of them? Really? Huh. Well, that's awesome. Let me know in the comments below if this is all of those, because I really don't feel like counting. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and just swatch these out on the cards, and see how they spread a little bit on the paper, because this is watercolor paper. It feels like 140 pound straight up just watercolor paper, which is great, because then you don't have to, if you don't want to, get out additional watercolor paper. This is Buff Titanium, which is a really nice creamy color. I'm digging that. That's nice. And then, which way should we go? Probably down. Nickel Tentonite Yellow. Ooh, that's pretty. It's really soft. Yellow. This kind of yellow is like a sunshine yellow for me. That buttery sunshiny yellow when the sun is just glowing through the sheer curtains in the room and bouncing off the walls. That's what that reminds me of. Bismuth of Van Dyke. Wow, these re-wet really well. Like really, really well. Maybe I don't need as much water as I'm using. Yeah, that's pretty too. Very bright. Hansa Yellow. I have this in a little pan. This I use it pretty regularly. It came in an art box. I think paleteful packs, honestly. Azo Yellow. Now I do have M. Graham's Azo Yellow, which is gorgeous, and this is really pretty. That's nice and strong. See, this is really super soft. I like this gold. This one. I like this one. Why I'm explaining myself. Cad Yellow. And it's nice that you can do this and just at a glance see your colors and just by eye judge which one you like the best and buy that tube instead of buying all of these tubes, which is my first instinct, is to buy them all. Buy all the colors. But I have learned the hard way that I do not need to do that. This dot is almost non-existent, so we're probably not going to be able to play with it very much. Aureolin, that's okay. It's just another yellow that I'm not going to need because there's so many others to choose from, right? In parentheses it says Cobalt Yellow, if anyone's interested in what that little tidbit there says. And then we have lemon yellow. And yeah, now Yellow Submarine is in my head. Sorry, people. Sorry if I put that earworm in your ear. I apologize. There's a little bit of. Well, we'll see what happens. It's like the paper's got a hard dot of something on it. This is pretty. The Cad Yellow Deep. That's really pretty. I dig that. That's really nice. Never mind the black splotch in there. Pardon me, I'm gonna snap at kittens. Get out of there. Thank you. Snapping at them is their bad noise when they're being naughty. He was snagging the bottom of the curtain over there. And then we have Azo Yellow Medium. Probably just leave this right there. Maybe I could turn it and zoom in a skosh. Would that be better? Yeah, there we go. Azo Yellow Medium. Also very intense, very pretty color. I'm really leaning towards that one a lot. This one and the Azo is really nice. Yeah. Okay. And the Mayan Yellow. Oh, I hadn't heard about this one. Mayan Yellow. Well, that's pretty too. Trying to work that little splotch up. There we go. Got a Mayan Yellow and then Naples Yellow. This looks peach to me. Looking peach to anybody else? Yeah. A very peachy cast to it, doesn't it? It's pretty. Don't know that I'd use it a lot, but it is pretty. Indian Yellow, which is a good go-to yellow. Very intense and vibrant. Still leaning towards that one and the Azo. Okay. Azo Yellow Deep has that beautiful orange cast to it. Yeah, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Sorry if that tinking bothers anybody. I'll move one of these rags over here. My rags look terrible, but I swear they're clean. They're just very stained. And then New Gamboge. Yeah, I've looked at this one off and on for a while, and I just can't decide if I need it or not. Whole point of these cards. Do I really need that color? Do I? Is it calling to me? So I do that a lot too. This one, oh man, I'm gonna murder this word. Yeah, it's a yellow, you guys. It's a yellow-orange color. This one. That's a big word for me. Isoindoline. There you go. It's pretty. It's a nice orange. Permanent Yellow Deep. Permanent Yellow Deep is the one what they're calling this one. Anyone else? Anyone else at all thinking, huh, looks orange? Anyone at all? Very pretty though. Very pretty. Still, that Cad Yellow's calling. The Lemon Yellow is really nice to use as well. I have that one. Let's see. This still, that Hansa's calling to me. And this one so far. And then we have Red Gold. Aussie Red Gold. Ooh, an autumn color. Look at that. Ooh, that's gorgeous. I am digging that. Vibrancy. That's beautiful. Digging the vibrancy. Pyrrole Orange. Ooh. Ooh, that is intense. And to my eye, not orange at all. Super intense. Almost neon. Wow. And then we are going to go up to... Get out of there. Go on. I have a little garbage can that they decided they want to play in. Kittens. That's what I'm talking about. They're under my table. Permanent Orange. Okay. Orange, people. See? Yellow. Yellow, my eye. Don't put yellow in your eye. It's not a good idea. Alright, Cad Orange Hue. Very pretty. Intense. You like it? That's pretty. That permanent orange is nice. This Aussie red gold is gorgeous. I am digging that a lot. Okay. Perylene orange. Pyrrole. Nope. Nope. That one's not calling to me at all. Too intense. Too, like neon-y for my little heart. I can't see myself using it. And then Cad Red Scarlet Hue. That's a lot of words. The hues are nice because they're safer to use than the cadmium colors. That's pretty. I mean, it's bright. Let's see what it dries, because they look so different when they dry. The intensity tames down just a skosh. Transparent Pyrrole Orange. Ooh, that one is intense as well. That's cool. I like that Pyrrole Orange. Transparent Pyrrole Orange. Pyrrole Orange. I'm going to put a splotch of this next to that, just because I'm curious. And then Organic Vermilion. Ooh, that's nice. I feel like that intensity. That's some intensity for you. Get out of there, you naughty thing. Naughty. He's just naughty. Okay. Now let's do Mayan Orange. Not so much water. There we go. It's a teensy dot of color, so I'm gonna really work at it. There we go. Mayan Orange. I don't know. I don't think that would be necessary next to that Organic Vermilion. But the whole point of the cards, once again, is to find the ones that call to you and make you go, ooh, I like that one. And that's the one you buy to try, to mix in. Okay, Quinacridone Coral. Ooh, that pinks out nice. Look at that. I like how it pinks out. Excuse me for 1 second. Young man, I am going to spank your bottom. Now get. Shoot. All right, I'm putting it on the table. You can't control yourself. Naughty thing. He's just looking at me like, you're not going to spank me. I'm too cute for words. Pyro Scarlett. All right, we're moving on. Sorry. Pyrrole. I think I've used this one kind of a lot. I like that one. That Quinacridone Coral is really pretty. This is nice too, though. Pyro Scarlett. And then this Purine Scarlet. Which one do we like better? Let's wet it down and spread it out. Which one do we like better? I think the Purine. It's less orange. That's why I like it. When I think of Scarlet, I don't think of it being an orange base. Like, it's not as orange biased in when I think of it. Anyone else? And then let's bleach water. Let's see, we have Cad Red Medium Hue. Once again, the hues, safer to use, and it is really pretty. That is intense. I'm going to swoosh it down here because that dot's over. These two dots are over, just in the way. They're invading on the other territories. Alright, and Pyrrole Red. Didn't we have a Pyrrole Red? I feel like we had a Pyrrole Red. Pyrrole. Where'd you go? Oh, it's orange. My bad. Never mind. Also, intense color. Look at that. Dig that. Dig that. I'm liking that that one's calling to me. See, when I get all done with this, I want to put little stars on the ones that I enjoy. Now that Cad Yellow's dry, that is really, really jumping out at me. Alright, Pyrrole Red. Instead of Pyrrole Scarlet, we have Pyrrole Red. We could do a little, see? This is brighter to me, which is really nice. Pyrrole Red. And these two kind of scooged into each other. I'm gonna wet the territory and scoop it up. Okay. Permanent Red. Also very vibrant. I scrubbed the paper so it looks crazy right there, but that's okay. Once again, the other dots are invading into the territory. Permanent Red Deep. Oh yeah, I dig that. That intense deep color. That's nice. Quinacridone Red. I have M. Graham's Quin set, and I love them. I love them. But M. Graham is my favorite. Which is why, also why I'm trying, ooh, this pinks out nice. Other colors, because other brands. Because I tend to lean on M. Graham a lot, and I don't even bother to think about trying other brands for different projects. And you can use different watercolor brands for different things and different projects because they act differently. I'm going to fold this way. And then we have Anthracinoid Red. Ooh. See, that's the color of, like, if I do red nail polish, that intensity right there is what I dig. That deep, deep red. Almost blood-like. Or, yeah, that's pretty blood-like. Sorry. Sorry for anyone who doesn't like that reference. And then Mayan Red. Mayan Red. Come on now. There we go. Show me your intensity. Show it to me. There we go. That one could make some interesting pinks as well if you do it nice and thin. Yeah, that'd be pretty. The Quin Coral would mix those together. It'd be interesting, right? Alizarin Crimson. See, now crimson in my brain should be pretty, blood-like. Oh, close, yeah. If you let it be what it is. Yeah, that's a nice color. Nice solid color. I dig it. And then permanent alizarin crimson. That has an NR, which means it's not rated for permanence. And this one's pretty. This one's more deep and staining. See that staining that's happening? That's not wanting to move off the paper. See, it's locked in. So that's a staining color. Huh, I like it. So you have to be careful with that one. And I'm kind of a disaster, so yeah. Rhodonite Genuine. Did I? Oh, that's very purpley looking. Come on. What's this color? Come down here. That's where you belong. It's pretty. Also would make some really nice pinks. And pink is hard to do in watercolor for me. I don't know why. But that's really nice. Put a drop of that in the Quin. See what happens. Carmine. Also really nice. Still leaning toward that Quinoid red. I like that. And that permanent alizarin's really nice. Okay, now red Rose Madder Permanent. I've steered clear from this color because I thought it wasn't supposed to be a permanent color, but like Light Fast. But it's a favorite out there in the watercolor world. It's very pretty. Okay. Opera Pink. Not rated. I've steered clear of this one too. Because it's like a true pink. Look at that. That's a craziness. Crazy. I love it. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, not rated. It's not Light Fast, which is why I've been steering clear. That is intense. But if you put it under UV light, like if you put a wax cover over the piece, the watercolor piece, and then put it under UV protected glass, it will probably do just fine for a permanent piece in your house. Just don't put it in direct sunlight. I'm not digging this color at all. What are you? Potter's Pink. Oh, yeah, I see. This is another pink that I've been really, really wanting to try. It's very muted, which could be highly effective for some uses. I wish there was more of a dot there so that I could really get a feel for its intensity, but it's looking like it's very very muted. I like it, but I don't know, I just don't know. There are so many other colors. Quinacridone Pink. Wow. Wow. That's wildly intense. Neon-y. Like, that's neon. And this isn't. I don't know why that didn't wow me when this one did. Huh. Interesting. Quin Rose. Oh, I have this at Engram. It's one of my faves. Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. I'm going to have to get fresh water soon. Look at that. That is beautiful. Dig it. Dig it, dig it. Love that. Anybody seeing a particular color that they just is screaming at them on the screen right now? Ooh, Quin Lilac. Ooh, I don't have this. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Okay. Quin Magenta. There are Quin colors in the reds. That's very pretty as well. I'm really liking that lilac though, kind of a lot. The magenta is very pretty too though. And it's such a subtle shift from color to color that, like I said, you just really have to pick one that calls to you, that pulls your eye, and try that one and see how you like that one in your pieces. Pyrrole Crimson. Pyrrole Crimson, and then Pyrrole Red. I'll put a splotch of the crimson next to the red. And Pyro Scarlett is right there, which is very orange cast. This still has a bit of an orange cast for me, to my eye. Not really digging that for a red. This is nice though, that crimson. Quin Fuchsia. Wow. Let's do a little, yeah. Quin Fuchsia, that's nice. I'm not opposed to it. Mayan Violet. Violet. Or Viola. Also very pretty. We're near done. Scoot you up. Yeah. Take at that. Take at that. That's really pretty. Bordeaux. Ooh, ooh, that is intense. That gets nice and dark. Yeah, I like that. Quin Violet. I have this in Engram as well. I wonder what they look like next to each other. Be interesting to see. Quin Violet, that's pretty too. I like that. Permanent Violet. See, they all look the same on in their little dot, right? And then you swatch them out, and they have a little bit of a different feel to each one, which is so interesting to me. This is, I can barely read that. Pyrene Violet? Ooh, that's more of an earthy color, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Maybe I shouldn't cover up the color. The name of the color. Completely. They'll be fine. We can always look it up later. Highly staining, very intense, like deep, deep color. And I like how light that gets. Very earthy. To me. This Cobalt Violet, I don't know. I don't know. Come on. Don't you want to come down and play? Come on. It's like, nah, I'm not interested in playing today. I'm really, really tired. It's been a long day. Look, I'm barely a dot. Stop touching me. It looks like another like soft color. We'll let it dry and see what happens. It's pretty. It'd be pretty for florals. Cobalt Deep Violet. Or Violet Deep, my bad. And swoosh that down. Swoosh it. Oh, today was a long work day after the Christmas break. This is highly therapeutic for me. After because Christmas fell on a Saturday this year, as everyone knows that it celebrates. But it just didn't feel like Christmas to me, like at all. I think mostly because my kids are in Washington and I'm here in New York State, and I really wanted to be there, and that didn't work out. And I got my full pout on. That's pretty. It doesn't re-wet very nicely though. Rose of Ultramarine. That's pretty. I kind of dig that one. Yeah, I like that one. Fuchsia-esque. And that's all that sheet. I mean, that's a lot of reds and yellows to choose from, you guys. Reds to orange to yellows to getting into our purples. Set that aside, let it dry. Let it do its thing, and I'm gonna refresh our water because it is very orange and red right now. I will show you. Very orange and red right now. And I will be right back. Un momento. I'm back. We have water. I am closing the window because it just registered to me that there's kind of a lot of road noise going on. I cracked the window because it was a little stuffy back here when I came back here tonight. I feel like we should fold this a different way. That would be the dirty looking rag. It's not dirty, it's just stained. Anyone who paints understands, right? I feel like maybe I should move these cards out from under, because this one's a little warped because that one got wet. Okay, moving on. Imperial Purple. Ooh, it's an intense name. Imperial Purple. Find someplace else to wrestle, hooligans. It's a really pretty purple, gotta say. Thank you. They never play under the table. I don't know why he's being a pain. What's over there? Watch out. Get over there. Scoot. One of his little pom-poms went flying under there. Okay, Quinacridone Purple. And as I was getting fresh water, I was thinking, did I finish my thought? Because I edit videos and I tend to annoy myself. Like, did you finish the thought? Did you? No, you didn't. Dang it, now you gotta edit that part out. So I'm trying to finish thoughts. I apologize if my scattered mind is annoying to anybody. But it really is straight up a scattered mind. Move my sleeve back. It's chilly in here, but I don't want to take my sweater off. Keep dipping it in there. Ultramarine Violet. At any rate, as I was saying, moving on with the story, it really didn't feel like a holiday. I mean, the numbers are going up, COVID, all that. But still, I really just wanted to go back to Washington and be with the grandkids and see the little ones open their presents and you know, be all excited. Because for me, that's like the best part, is to see the excitement on their little faces. This is Amethyst Genuine. I'm kind of digging it. I think it might have a little bit of metallic, like, does it have glitter in it? It's got a little bit of, like, glitters in it. That's nice. I dig a little sparkle in my pint. So for me, the holiday day was a little tame. I arranged the art room and cleaned and talked to the kids. And oh, this is gorgeous. I love that. This is Wisteria. That's really pretty. I need to mark this one, like, right this second. What am I going to mark with? I feel like I should mark with black, because anything else is going to be weird. I'm going to put a star. Well, that's not a star. There we go. Close enough. I don't know. It just was a very tame day. And then going back into the office today, I'm really spoiled with the last year and a half. Cobalt Violet. Cobalt Blue Violet. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Anybody else loving that one? Going into the office every day is a super big challenge for me, which I've said in past videos. And I apologize if you're tired of hearing it. You know, the whole get over it. Moon Glow. I really wanted to try this color. I hope I'm not disappointed with the swatch. Hold on a second, they're knocking things down. I had a board that I have not hung up, a whiteboard, leaning against the wall, and they were playing behind it and knocked it over. No one's hurt. They're fine. They scattered like the wind. Like leaves in the wind. Okay. Moon Glow. At any rate, I'm not going to whinge about, oh, that's really pretty. You know, my opinion of my holiday. I was just glad that the holiday day was done. That's nice. I'm digging that. This one. Maybe by the time I get done, I'll be better at making stars. Practice makes better. Shadow Violet. Shadow Violet. I don't know. That's interesting. I have neutral tint in M Gram, and it kind of reminds me of that. That Moonglow is really pretty. It's got a little bit of granulation effect thing going on. I can see many colors in there. All right. I can't read that word. Sugilite, maybe? Sugilite? I don't know. At any rate, the work day was slow. There's nothing to do because no one's back at work today. Lots of people not working today. This is a genuine color, so it's hard to re-wet. It's got lots of sparkle. And I don't think I'm a fan. We'll see. We'll let it dry. I don't want to have to work so hard at getting my color activated. I'm too impatient. Okay. Kyanite Genuine. Yeah, this is a pretty color. I think this was in the this and this are in the 36 set of, what are they called again? Mineral marbles that Daniel Smith has a dot card for. And I highly recommend getting these dot cards and playing with them and seeing what colors really call to you, because this one I really like. This is the second time I've seen it in action and I really, really like it. So it's got a bit of sparkle, which I enjoy. I enjoy kind of a lot. It's got a bit of sparkle to it. I don't know if you can see that. There it goes. I like that. I like that. Well, the sparkle shows up better in the darker colors too, which is nice. Indigo, my favorite color. In paint, my favorite paint color. I could use indigo every day and never get tired of it. And each brand's indigo is so different. Some cast more purple, some cast more blue. I have one that casts a little bit of green, which is crazy to me. This is nice. It gets super dark. Phthalo Blue Turquoise. It's an interesting color to put next to indigo. Maybe they were going this way? No, that's not right. That's bright. That is like intense. Look at that intensity. I like it. And then Indanthrone Blue. Could get really dark. That's nice. And then it comes out and it's got a bit of a true blue cast to it. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. Sodalite Genuine. Also a very nice color. Leans indigo for me, but it's one of the genuines. So it has granulating properties, and no, this one does not sparkle, but it is very pretty. Lapis Lazuli Genuine. I don't like the name of this one. It's too hard to say. Too many la-la-las for my taste. Hello, do you want to wet and spread? No? You don't want to play either? Maybe it's just a tame color and I'm expecting too much from it. And I should be nicer, right? Just be a little nice. Yeah, this is more of a, like that wisteria, more of a tame, passive color, which is fine. They don't all need to be intense. It's pretty nonetheless. Ultramarine. I mean, if you've done any watercoloring, you've probably used ultramarine. It's a pretty staple color in a lot of ready-to-go 3-packs with different brands. I dig it. I use it a lot. I use it a lot. French ultramarine. Don't know the difference. Let's find out. What's the difference between French ultramarine and ultramarine? I don't know. They look pretty the same to me. Anybody know? And then this one might be a little bit brighter. Cobalt, but it's still wet, so we can't tell. Can't tell. Cobalt. Also a color I use quite a lot. Pretty, pardon me, standard blue. Phthalo. I tend to mix my blues together a lot because I don't really care for any one blue in this little selection a lot. So I'll mix them together and kind of make an individual blue. Well, maybe it's a little more purpley than that one. Is that what that is? I don't know. Alright, moving on. Vertier Blue? Never heard of it. Never heard of you. There we go. There we go. That's pretty. And with all the blues out there. Lavender. Just straight up lavender, you guys. Now, yeah, I don't know. There's a dollop of green right there. I'm gonna not fuss with it too much. I didn't want it to mix in there. Not a fan. Phthalo Blue RS. What's the RS? I should probably have looked. Ooh, that's intense. And it spreads nice. Yeah, I dig the phthalo. Prussian blue is really nice too. Tends to be. See, I think I like the darker blues rather than the purpley ones and these softer ones. I tend to lean. I grab these blues, these and this and that. That's not bad now that it's drying a little bit. That's not bad at all. Mayan Blue Genuine, also a gorgeous color. I think I have this one in one of my palettes. It came in an art box. You want to come down, please? I know you can do better than that. There we go. That's a little better. See? Very pretty. Alright, Cerulean. And the kids had a great Christmas. All the grandkids had a great Christmas. Not everyone's in that. Well, Mom wasn't here, so it wasn't quite what we wanted it to be, but it was nice kind of thing. So next year, the goal is to move back by then, so that I can be with them for my holidays and see them more. I'm just missing my kids, that's all. That's all there is to it. I don't like living far away from them at all. I'm dissatisfied. This one is Cerulean Blue. I don't know what CHRM is. Chrome, maybe? Cerulean Blue and maybe Chrome? It's more intense, which is nice. This one, there's not enough paint. It doesn't really want to play nice. That's alright. We'll move on. Manganese Blue Hue. Get a little more water. Drop it on there. Come on. It's pretty. The manganese. I don't think I'll buy it though. Just because I have so many others. Cobalt Teal Blue. What's your favorite blue to use? Or combinations that make the blue you want? That's what I tend to do. I mix a little bit of cobalt teal with a little bit of cobalt blue and see what happens. Get Get that weird blue-green color. A Fuchsite Genuine. Now this one on the minerals pack didn't want to re-wet nicely. And I think it's because it has sparkle. You gotta like let it wet it and let it rest and you know, let the water kind of work its way in there so that you can get the true sense of what the color looks like. So I'm gonna leave it pretty wet right there. It's very pretty. That soft pastel-y color. It's very nice. With a touch of sparkle. Phthalo Turquoise. And in the interim, between now and when I can move, which the goal is May to August, is to actually get in the car and drive back. Ultramarine Turquoise. Oh, I don't think I've ever used this one. I kind of dig that. Let's see if I can pick up some of this intensity. Nope. Highly staining. Okay. Good to know. I like the color though. Which means I need to save up money and find another job. Because I work as a accounts payable receivable bookkeeper. I've also been a full charge bookkeeper. Yeah, the bookkeeper in general. They don't call it bookkeeper anymore. Of course, you have your fancy titles. But back in the day when I was first starting in the accounting arena, this is, says SB Turquoise Genuine. That's what it was called. You were a bookkeeper. Full charge bookkeeper was someone who does everything. You do AR, accounts receivable, accounts payable, payroll, a little bit of analyst work, budgeting. For a health clinic. I worked for a tribal health clinic for 13 years. And then after my divorce, I needed to get out of the community. Because tribal communities tend to be pretty close-knit, and I needed to break away a little bit from that. I lived out there and worked out there for 13 years and married a tribal member, and we ended up divorced, and it was just too much after the divorce, so I changed jobs and moved of course, because you can't live in the same house with your ex-husband. That'd be weird. This Lunar Blue. That one was blue. I covered up too much. Blue Kyanite Genuine, and this is Lunar Blue. I don't think I'm liking this Lunar Blue. And I think it's one that lots of people enjoy. Lunar Blue. I would rather have that Moon Glow. Because I have indigo that can do the Lunar Blue stuff. And I ended up working for I went from healthcare to a machine shop. Couldn't be farther from each other if I tried. There was a huge learning curve, but it was very fun. I was in a shared office with 3 other people, guys, and it was such a relaxed place. It was this Jadeite Genuine is nice. I love that color. That's a really beautiful earthy green. I dig it. See, to me this is more of an earthy color than that. I'm not sure why, but I like this one. Okay, moving on. So, I don't know if anyone wants to know all this stuff, but I'm just going to keep talking. Ended up working in manufacturing for 6 years until I moved out here to New York from Washington State to reconnect with family. That's the reason I moved out here. If you're new to the channel and haven't heard me talk about all my business, my stuff, this is really pretty. I really like it. This one was Viridian. At any rate, moved out here. The reason, this is Diopside Genuine. This is also a very pretty color. I would use this a lot. I like that. Sold almost everything, packed what I could in my little Mitsubishi Mirage. I have a hard time with that word. Phthalo Green, BS. I should probably look up what that means, other than what jumps to mind. Is that on here? Da, 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 da. Is it a B or a D? Where'd it go? It's a B. Doesn't say on here. Does it? Am I missing it? No, I'm not. How about on here? We're pausing for a moment. Sorry. I'm interested to know what that means. Anybody? Does anybody know what that means? I guess I could look it up later. I should probably know what that means, but I don't. So, moving on. Anyways, moving right along. We have, I drove my little, I put one of those bags that you could strap to the top of your car on my little tiny car, and I loaded that sucker. Prussian green, you guys, right here. This is really pretty. That is nice. These two mixed together would be interesting. Let's give it a whirl. So I packed my little Mitsubishi Mirage and put a bag on the top. Anything that could fit in the car and on the car was all I took. And went ahead and drove my little self all the way out here. It took 7, almost 8 days. And see, that's a cool color. I dig it. Alright. When I got here, I was in trouble with my uncle because I loaded the car, and I did not know this. I loaded the car so much that you couldn't see the tops of the tires. And he was very upset with me. I had to unload the car right away because that's not good for your car. But I made it. I did it. It was a long trip. I figured coming out here in October would be the way to go because it's late enough in the season that it's not too hot, but early enough that it shouldn't be snowing. I was wrong. I was trying to take the northern route straight across the continent from I forgot the name of the route, from Washington State, pretty much straight across, and then drop down around the lakes to New York. I got into Wyoming and there were snowstorms so bad. You guys, so bad. They were blocking like a tractor trailer. I couldn't tell what it was driving down the road. I looked off to the side. Continuing on, the battery died. I looked off to the side in the median and it looked like, is that a boat? What is that? As I was driving up and as I drove by, I was like, oh dear Lord, that is a big rig. Holy, okay, I'm going to turn around. They closed the road on that end of the freeway, the interstate. And then behind me, they closed the interstate. So going either direction wasn't an option. And the interstate was supposed to be being closed probably for a total of 5 to 10 days. So had I not made the choice I made to drop down from Wyoming, there's an interstate that runs the length of, is it Idaho? No, Indiana. I need a map. It runs straight south and dropped me on 71. But coming down, like the next morning, I cried. I called my sister, like, I'm going to be stuck here. I really didn't want to do this. Not that I didn't have the money and I couldn't. I just really didn't want to be stuck in a hotel because that's a lot of money. And that's not what I was intending to spend the money on. You know, I saved quite a little penny for moving so that I could move comfortably without worry. Yeah, and I ended up dropping south. That drive south was hairy. It was a little two-lane road in the mountains and ice and drifts, and my little car does not like the snow, you guys, at all. She sees that snow and she's like, oh no, do we have to? I really don't like it. Can't we just stay parked at home? Permanent green, spring green, permanent. All right, I jumped. Cobalt, spring, and permanent. This one's super bright. At any rate, story time apparently. Stories while swatching. Maybe that's what I'll call this. Phthalo yellow green. This is pretty. I like the brightness of it. Depends on my mood though. I mean, of course, with any color, it depends on your mood if you like it right then or not. But yeah, I dropped down and finally got to a point where everything flattened out a little bit. The temperature went up. It wasn't icy anymore, and I could relax. I mean, my forearms hurt so much from just the tenseness of driving in that weather. It was an adventure. And then I had to go through the Rocky Mountains, the Colorados. Oh my gosh, my little car was not happy with that either. Coming downhill is one thing. That's easy for her. This is nice. This, is it Hunter's? Yeah, Hunter's green. I like that. And this one is Phthalo green. Permanent green. I don't really care for that one. I like that one though. And then we're going on to Sap Green. Ooh, yeah, I like this color. That olivey green. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. At any rate, we can only get up to 40 miles an hour coming up through the Rockies, and man alive, everyone was going slow, but I just slid in behind a big rig and took my time. But by the time I was coming down the other side, I had a light on the car, and I was just an emotional disaster. Didn't know what the light meant, pulled the car over as soon as I could get to a place where there was a hotel where I just could stop driving. Just gonna stop. This one is Chrome Green Oxide. I like that. I kind of like the serpentine. This and this mixed together would be neat. And that Sap Green, those are good colors. Okay, moving on. Green Apatite Genuine. Called my sister. I was in tears again. And she was like, well, what's going on? Let me call brother. This is nice. This is one of those earthier greens. That Green Apatite Genuine. Turns out the light that had come on was a transmission light, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to spend money and time getting the transmission done. Oh no. Brother said, my brother's a mechanic. He lives here in New York. He said it's probably a sensor. It could be a sensor. Don't lose your mind. Calm down. Give it the night. Check your fluids. Let the car cool down. You did just put her through hell. That's nice. I really like that. What are you? Rare Green Earth. I like that one, you guys. That's a buy. I'm gonna buy that one. My star's a blob. And I was like, all right, that's what I'll do, and I'll go get something to eat, and I did. I went to the restaurant that was right next to the hotel, got something to eat. The car cooled down, and I started it back up about an hour and a half later, just to check, because he said to give it a couple hours. Just give it a couple hours. Stop thinking about it. Go get some food. And if it turns back off, you're fine. Just, keep an eye on it. Deep Sap Green. I like that as well, but I like this one better. And then this one is Pyrrole Green, which is also very nice. These three are really nice. I like those. So, started the car up and there was more tears. I mean, I'm a crier. Let's just get that out there. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad. It is super frustrating for anyone who loves me. That's nice too. That undersea green is really pretty. Star. It's a star. Oh man, that is the worst star I've ever done. It's more of a scribble. Alright, we're going to just scribble next to the ones that I love. Okay, so there's our, once again, now that these are dry, isn't that beautiful? I mean, look at them all. Okay, and then blues and greens, purples to blues and greens. Set that aside, let that dry, stay. And then the next sheet, we'll do this, is our earthier tones. Let's dive right in. I'm not going to change the water. I don't feel like it. So, Zoisite Genuine. This is also in the Minerals dot cards. Is that Marvelous Minerals? Oh, Mineral Marvels. It's alright. It wasn't a wower for me, but it's alright. It's a nice color. So the light went off, the car did fine the rest of the drive. But she is olive green. This is really nice. It has a lot of sparkles to it to my eye. I gotta look closer. Is it just me because it's wet? Yes. I'm going a little crazy, you guys. It's alright. That's a nice color though. Olive green. I like that one. Did the rest of the drive, but driving in those flat states, green gold, where the wind just grabs your vehicle. Wow, that is intense. Those two next to each other are cool though. I like that. Rich green gold. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that. Okay. I kind of like this one and this one. Okay, moving on. But I did Nickel Azo Yellow. I have this color. I use it all the time, all the time. It is a go-to if you want a little bit of glow. I'm Graham, but this is comparable. If you want Nickel Azo and you don't want the honey, M. Graham colors are honey based and they don't, when you put them in a palette, they stay sticky. They don't dry all the way. And a lot of people are not okay with that and they're not really good for taking outside of your studio. They're not really meant for that. You can do whatever you want because it's your life and your party and, you know, make it what you want. But if you're anywhere warm, the honey-based paints don't really dry. They stay super sticky, and the warmer it is, the more gummy and sticky they are, and the more intense color you get, which I like, and I don't mind. I mean, in New York, it's super cold all the time right now. It's winter. This is Bronzite Genuine. I'm not a fan. I don't like, once again, you have to work so hard. Although, if you dried it in a palette and you just spritzed it with water and let it sit and get a little gluey, it would probably work out better. It's got some glow to it. A little bit of mineral sparkles going on. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Not nuts, I lost my train of thought. But man, the drive here was a lot. Driving alone across the country was a lot. Oh, driving across the country. That's what I was getting at. My little car is like driving a kite with that bag on the top of it. There was, two hands were a necessity on the wheel. Majority of the time. That's pretty, but I don't know. I have other golds. I have other golds. She says in a snobby voice, it's a Verona Gold Ochre. It is very golden. Not a fan though. Burnt Bronzite Genuine. Do we have more of these genuines on here? I feel like I should find them and drop a little water on them to get them activated. Let's let that activate for a second. I had two hands on that wheel. Man, my forearms hurt by the end of the night. And I didn't realize, and for anybody who drives out there for a living, you guys rock. It is work to drive a vehicle all day in traffic with other humans and keep your cool. I'm a naturally impatient driver, I guess you could say. I like to. I shouldn't be late ever, because I like to get in the middle lane and just go and let traffic go around me. I'm not digging this French ochre either. Come on, come on. This is French ochre. There it goes. There it goes. Just had to work at it a little bit. It is pretty. It's a nice color. It's just taking a hot minute to get going. The first night out from I drove down just a couple of hours because it was raining so hard and I just wanted to get out of the state. Raw Sienna Light. That was rough because I don't like driving at night and I don't like driving in the rain because the glare really hurts my eyes a lot. Burgundy Yellow Ochre. That's pretty. I like that. Ooh, this one's sparkly. I like this one too. Let's give it a little more water. A little more water. Come on. There we go. Too much water. Oh, Lord. I am very water heavy. It is something I'm working on. To not be quite so water heavy in my work. To control it better. But yeah, my leg hurt so much after the first 8 hours. I thought, yeah, I could do 8 hours of driving. It's not that bad. I don't have, it's a little inexpensive car and I don't have cruise control. So, you know, gas pedal, you must press it down to go. And there were, oh, this Mars Yellow is nice. That's yellow ochre. Not a fan. This Mars Yellow, though, is really nice. Yellow ochre's fine. It's a good color. It's just not one of the ones that I go to for my palette. I like this Raw Sienna Light. And this Mars Yellow is really drawing my eye a lot. I like that one. We're gonna make a blob next to it. And next to this one. See? See, guys? Just the few that you like out of the 238 colors available. Raw Sienna. Maybe I just like Sienna better. I like that Sienna color better as opposed to the ochre color, which is valid. Totally valid. But I had Quinacridone Gold is a gorgeous color. Look at that. Look at it. It can be rusty orange, like deep rusty color, and it comes out, even M. Grams does this, comes out into this golden yellow. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Alright, moving on. And this is a super long video. If you have stuck through, and we are at like the little over halfway right now, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the storytelling, the banter. The kittens have quieted down, so there's not a lot of banging around going on now. Excuse me, close the window. I need a drink of water. There we go. That's more better. not digging this one. Trans Yellow Oxide. Mountain, I'm guessing. Amatar. There's Sienna. There's a bunch of abbreviations that I don't know what they're supposed to be. You guys could look that up if you really wanted to. This is pretty though. And there goes a vehicle. I try not to smudge that line there into the color. Digging the Quin Gold more though. So of all these colors that run pretty close to each other, the Siennas, of course, which one grabs your eye the most and pulls you and that you would probably utilize more? For me, it'd be that light. I really like that. I don't have that. And I have Quin Gold, like I said, and Raw Sienna. I use those all the time. And the Mars Yellow is nice. Not that I need it. I'll assess. You gotta assess your palette. Make some decisions. Don't go overboard. Really, you know, spend wisely. You don't need all the colors to make beautiful art. I mean, all the colors are gorgeous. And it's nice to have them, but if you're not using them, maybe leave them for someone who will. A Yellow Iron Oxide. Yellow Iron Oxide. I think I have this one in Membran too. Or something close. It's a good color though. It's very terracotta-y to me. Is that a word? Terracotta-y? It is today. Geothite Brown Ochre. Dump some water on there. Come on. Don't you want to play with me? There we go. So needless to say, the trip to New York was long and it was an experience. I won't ever load my car and drive a loaded car across the country again unless, you know, it's, you know, absolutely beyond my control. Because, you know, that whole never say never. Wow, this is intense. Quinacridone Deep Gold. Quin Gold and then Quin Gold Deep. Look at that. That is really pretty. It's intense. But if you have Quin Gold, you don't need the deep. Or vice versa. Sorry, my pencils are vibrating on my light there. Indian Deep Ochre. Italian, sorry, I read Indian. Italian Deep Ochre. My eyes are getting fuzzy. Making up words. Creating my own names for the paint. There it goes. That's pretty. And then Lunar Earth. Too much water. There we go. That's pretty too. I like it. But for me, I like to mix most of these colors with other colors because they're more interesting visually to me. Burnt Yellow Ochre. Because you can make a lot of these colors with just a few genuine colors. Garnet Genuine. Garnet to me seems like it should, ooh, excuse me, be a pretty intense color. What do you think? Or are garnets gentle colors? I can't remember. The gemstones. I think of colors in gemstone. Does anybody else do that? You think about color, you think about the color of a stone rather than, I don't know, an object or fabric or whatever. Roasted French Ochre. You got your Yellow Oxide, Quin Gold, Sienna, Yellow Ochre right here. French ochre, roasted French ochre, Italian deep, roasted French. And it's interesting the different variations that you get. Burgundy red ochre with just a little different cast to it. Indian red. Now we've got Indian red, okay. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. That's pretty, I like it. Oh, let's see. What else do I want to tell you guys about today? So we got one more card to do. This is, Venetian? Yeah, Venetian red. And Italian burnt sienna. Ay, so many browns. And you can just pick a couple. Pick a couple that you love and mix them together and do different things and throw in some blue and throw in some green and really play with them and see what you can get. And throw in, you know, some yellow. See how close you can get to these colors using just a few of the other colors. Quin Burnt Orange. Oh, that's a pretty intense color. It's a nice orange, right? It's appropriately named. So upon moving here, I lived with my mom for, this is Quinacridone Sienna. This is intense. I lived with my mom for about 6 weeks. And I love my mom, but that was all I could take. And Pompeii Red. Very terracotta-esque. Yes? Pull out a terracotta pot and put it next to that. Red Fuchsite Genuine. This is another one of those genuine colors. Genuine. I'm going to go through and see what else genuine is genuine, because they feel like colors that don't want to play nice without a little bit of working for it. This has a little bit of glitter to it. It's got that genuine sparkle from the stones, which is cool. I'm assuming stones. Yes? Anybody out there? I didn't do the research into whether or not the genuines had like real stone in them. I would imagine so, that since they're called genuine. Minnesota pipestone. Okay. Intrigued. Minnesota pipestone. It's pretty. That's very sparkly now. I like that. Instead of like Potter's Pink, because Potter's Pink is kind of this color but less dense and without the sparkle. That just popped in my head. Let's pull that Potter's Pink out. See? This one and that one. Very close. Huh. And food for thought. Sedona Genuine. Oh, that's pretty. Very, I want to say sandstone-esque. Probably wrong, but that's okay. Italian Venetian Red. And then I got myself this apartment. I moved in December 4th of 2020. Moved out here October, the week of October 27th. I took those days. I got here on the 27th to drive across the country. Had 2 job interviews before I got here, like 3 job interviews all lined up for the second week that I was here. I didn't want them, you know, too close. I needed time to like rest and look decent for the interview. English Red Earth. and had a job with O'Brien and Gear within a couple of days, which was great. Went through a temp agency to get the job. Worked with them for till they outsourced our jobs recently, and got to work from home when you know, the pandemic hit. English Red Earth. I'm Potter's Pinking again. Close. This is more so. That popped in my head again. So I got to work from home for almost a year and a half, which is why going into the office now is just exhausting, honestly. Getting up and getting dressed, because getting up and just coffee pots programmed to go off at 6 or 7 whenever you have to get up. This is really beautiful. Does that say Pyrrole? I can't read it now that I covered it up. I'm gonna... Pyrrole Maroon. I really like this one. Yeah, I like that a lot. You can get some deep, intense color with that. And then Deep Scarlet. I mean, staying with Mom once you know, moving across the country is no small thing. And if you don't have a company that's paying for you to move and setting you up, which a lot of people don't, I did not, being able to stay with Mom for a few weeks till I got my place was really helpful. Super nice. Naphthamide? Oh man. Naphthamide? Oh man. It's a maroon. I mutilated that word. But it is an intensely deep dark. Look at that dark. Look at that dark. That's gorgeous. Maroon color. Right? I like that. Lunar Red Rock. See, that was much easier to say. And I moved in here. It was so nice. I got all the things I want. I moved with money so that I could have a nice home pretty much right away. The only thing I waited to buy was the couches, because those were a little expensive. A little bit expensive. But I had, like, Mom gave me a chair and a coffee table, and I got myself an entertainment center and TV and all that stuff. I didn't have anything but my clothes, my art supplies, and, you know, the personal items that you don't want to get rid of. Tiger's Eye Genuine. So I literally moved in here with no bed. My bed came the second day. Stayed at Mom's until the bed got here. I slept at Mom's. But yeah, bought all new stuff so that I could have a nice tidy home. Because I've always, I know this probably sounds so silly, but I've always had secondhand stuff. Always, my whole life. I've never not had everything in my home, furniture. I mean, you know, single mom. This is Burnt Tiger's Eye Genuine. I'm not digging it. Anybody else not digging it? Hematite Genuine. This one doesn't, these Genuines don't want to re-wet nicely. It's frustrating me. It is a good color though, if you can be patient. It's a nice gray. If you don't have neutral tint, which is also a really nice color. German Green Raw Umber, I'm thinking. GRN for green. Yeah, it has a bit of a green cast to it, doesn't it? I'm going around this line so that it doesn't taint the color. Because that's Burnt Sienna over here, but that's... a bunch of them are like swooshed in. But yeah, I really wanted to have a brand new couch and a nice comfy bed. I mean, I only spent, I think, $300 on the bed frame and the mattress, but still, it's what I want. And I've never been able to do that for myself. Man, I'm murdering this paper. there's lots of stuff going on with this color. Hematite Violet Genuine, and look at all the stuff going on with that color. All the different granulating, yeah, that's cool. I dig it. I dig it. All right, and then Mummy Bauxite, Bauxite. I'm assuming you wouldn't pronounce the X. Bauxite. At any rate, this is that color. So I have a really nice little apartment. I love it here. I lucked out with the apartment. It's right on a river. Like, I can walk down to the river. And if you watch any of my vlogs, there aren't many, but if you've watched any of my vlogs, the river is what's right next to me. Wow, permanent brown. Wow. I would not call this a brown. Look at that. That is really pretty. Would you call that a brown? Like, I'm thinking Crayola color crayons right now. That I guess that it is a brown. It is just not, it's more reddish to me. It's a red brown. Anyways, moving on. Raw Umber Violet. Oh, come on. And spread that one down. That's pretty. Transparent Brown Oxide. Ooh. Resonating back. Pompeii Red. The Siennas. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Transparent Red Oxide. So once again, you don't need all the colors. You just need the colors that you love. Burnt. That Quin Orange and Transparent Red Oxide. Pretty close, you guys. If they weren't right next to each other, you know. Pretty close. Fired Gold Ochre. They fired it. It's out of here. So I worked for O'Brien and Gear for a year, almost a year and a half, close to 2 years before they outsourced our jobs. So now I work for another company in town, around the corner, 9 minutes from my apartment, which is great because winter is here. It snowed before we left work today. And my little car doesn't do well in the snow, as I've said before. And I was like, oh, Lord. Lord, 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 help me. Lord. She doesn't like the snow. This color, it doesn't really want to do its thing. It's alright. Burnt Sienna Light. And then E-F Red Iron Oxide. So there you go. Red Iron Oxide. Iron Oxide is a nice color. Where is it? This permanent brown. You could substitute those out. That, yeah. It's a nice color though. I like it. Burnt Sienna, Burnt Iron Oxide, and Burnt Sienna next to each other. I mean, maybe the colors are all just getting muddy in my brain because I'm swatching them all one right next to the other. English Red Ochre. I like it. I mean, I love them. Burnt Umber. So, going brown. There you go, brown. Burnt Umber is brown to me. This is not brown to me. Is it just me? Alright, there's all of those. I'll set that aside, let it dry. And our last card And you guys can speed this up. Like, you don't have to listen to me talk. You can put it on mute, put on some music, and just fast time this with the controls down below. And yeah, just a little heads up. I mean, now you're in it. We're at the end. I can't read that. Brown iron oxide. This is brown to me. Brown. You guys. Anybody else? Raw umber. Come on now, play nice. We both know you're a little more intense than that. I don't want to be intense today. Come on. play nice. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Sepia. I really like sepia. Sepia. People say it's sepia. Is it sepia? Probably. It's alright. At any rate, I like this one. It's nice to mix with yellows and greens. Cyclerite Genuine. This is another one of those genuines. Do we have another genuine on here? We do. Bloodstone Genuine. Okay. And this one didn't wet really well either. Do that. There we go. Okay. Back to Cyclerite Genuine. Which is a very pretty color. It's more, I don't know, got a little vibrancy to it. Van Dyke Brown. Ooh, that gets nice and dark. I like how dark it gets. It's hard to get like that feeling of utter dark black in a watercolor that's not black, because a lot of people don't like to use black watercolor. I mean, I don't care. But blacks are more interesting when they have other colors in them visually. They're more visually appealing and they draw the eye more. But that could cast as a really nice deep black. Bloodstone Genuine. There we go. I like that too. I really like that. I think this one granulates nicely too. Like if you put a good glob of water on the paper, that one will granulate nice on the right paper. Lunar Violet. And I think I like Moonstone better than the Lunar Violet. But that's just a personal choice. The Lunar Violet is really, really nice. Also could cast as a black on your painting or deep shadows without using black. Neutral tint. Ooh, this is a purpley neutral tint. It has a little bit of a, once again, neutral tint is supposed to be a graying color, and some of them cast towards more blue or more purple. And this one, to me, has a bit more of a purpley than blue cast, which is not a bad thing. Shadows can be purple too. Graphite Gray. Wow. Yes, it is. Very graphite gray. I like that. Payne's Blue Gray. Ooh. It's intriguing. Payne's Gray I like a lot. I have Payne's Gray and Sennelier. Payne's Gray. That's nice. Once again, indigo is one of my favorite blues, and this is leaning very indigo for me. Payne's Gray Blue. Nice. Or Blue Gray. Payne's Blue Gray. And then Payne's Gray up here. Put a little more water on there. Come on. Maybe not that much. If you get too much water, just dry your brush really good, and it'll probably, if you got a good brush, it'll suck it up. Suck up that water off the page. Payne's Gray right here. And then this, I'm going to take this Payne's Gray and put it down here next to the blue-gray and let it dry so that we can compare. That's the blue-gray and this is the gray. And then lamp black, probably as stated, right? It's lamp black. Black like when the lamp goes out. It does cool things on the paper though. And this is that black Tourmaline Genuine. It's another one of the Mineral Marvels colors. That line. Really hard to activate. Super frustrating. For me. If you're patient, it's probably not going to be a problem. Ivory black. And then lunar black. Well, those blacks, I'm leaning towards the lunar, maybe because it's more of a gray black. I like the lunar black. Okay, and then, well, Chinese white, you guys. I've got black on my brush and the water's tainted. Chinese white is white. White is white is white. Let's go over the color, the writing here. You can see how opaque it is, or isn't. Try to really clean the brush. And then titanium white. Once again, we'll go down over the black and see what it does. How translucent it is or isn't. I don't ever use white in watercolor. I don't know. I just don't think it's necessary because white is the white of the paper, and you can thin. This is the duochrome Oceanic. Now these are these are supposed to have two colors to them. When you get them wet and you spread them out, they change in the light and in the layers and stuff. So let's see what they do. Got a bunch of duochrome colors happening right now, which is intriguing because I've wanted all the duochrome colors for the longest time. And I only picked up two. Do I have them close at hand? Oops. I do believe I do. I have... No, I do not. I'd have to move too much stuff. That's alright. I digress. Sit back down here. Stop messing around. I have two of the duochromes. I don't remember which one's offhand. I think one of the purpley ones. No. One of the purpley ones. I really like this blue. The blue pearl. Let's see what they do when they're dry, because that's supposed to be where they shine, is after they dry. You can, and they've had a chance to settle into the paper and granulate a bit and change. Duochrome Turquoise. At least that's my understanding, that they have a color shift. And then Cobalt Blue. Not too much water going on. This is not a good swatch. This isn't a very good dot right here, so I don't know how much color we're going to get. There we go. That's better. And we'll see what it does. Duo Aquamarine. I feel like I should put a dollop of water on each one of these duos to get them moving. They don't seem to want to activate or reactivate easily, which is fine. It just, you know, you just gotta play with them a little bit. Really work it. Really work it out. This is the aquamarine one. And these are fun colors. They're... Could you please keep your pom-poms on your side of the room? Thank you. It's a weird statement, right? Duo Emerald. Maybe I'm wrong about the color shift situation. I don't know. I feel like I might be wrong, y'all. Desert Bronze. I think I have this one. I think I might have this one. And I was not happy because it looks bronze when it comes out, and it's supposed to turn like this crazy beautiful green, and it didn't do it to the point that I was expecting. Maybe I didn't use enough paint, I don't know, but I was dissatisfied. Let's just leave it at that. Or maybe it's this one, the Sugero Green. Maybe it might be this one. I got one of the purples and I got one of the greens. I just don't remember offhand which ones. Like they're supposed to shift from a bronze to a green, or don't dollop of water on there. Or like look like the two colors together. I don't know. At any rate, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just talking. Adobe. Duochrome Adobe. So yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying now at this point. At any rate, I really liked working from home. It was amazing. I got a lot more artwork done. I didn't feel like my day was wasted. Because when you work in an office, there's an intense amount of downtime. Sometimes, depending on your job, of course. But I'm used to having a lot more responsibility than I have right now. So for me, being in the office is killing me because I don't have a lot of job duties and I don't have a lot going on in my day. So I bring my art supplies because there's that downtime once again where, dude, you're making me crazy. Get. So I do draw when there's downtime because I'm not going to sit there and do nothing. I just can't do, I have such a hard time sitting and doing nothing, especially when all I can think about is that painting I should be working on, or the plan that I should be making, or, you know, anybody else feel me? And no one minds. Like, I haven't been reprimanded or anything. If I don't have any legitimate work to do, what else am I supposed to do? Just sit there and look at the blank screen? Kind of like that purple. Oops, way too much water. Or maybe not enough water. Come on, activate. Or was it Wonder Twins? Wonder Twins. Activate. Yeah, this does not want to go. Alright, we're just going to leave it alone for a bit. Tropic Sunrise. I'm underwhelmed by the duos, you guys, just so you know. Underwhelmed across the board. I'm working the paper too much? I don't know. I don't think so, though. Lapis Sunlight. I just am not feeling these at all. And they're super difficult to get maneuvering on the paper. Hooligans. Iridescent Blue. I wonder if this would be really pretty out of the tube. Like on white paper, if it would stand out. Or black paper. It'd be all of these would be interesting on black paper. Which I have coming. I just have to be patient. Interface Gold. Wow. Alright. Where's my spritzer? None of these want to activate. And that is par for the course with iridescent paints. They don't, you really do need to spritz them and let them sit for a bit and do their thing, because they don't want to move around a lot until they feel like it, basically. I have the Kiritake iridescent and pearl paints, and you do have to spritz them and just let them sit there. Just let them do their thing. While we're doing that, we'll look at these again. We have our yellows, once again yellows into, oh no, this was it, yellows. Yellows into reds and purples. Into our, let's see, it goes this way. Into our other purples and blues, and then into the greens, which are gorgeous. But yellows and greens are favorites. And then the greens into the golds and browns, all of our earthy colors, and reds. More of the earthier reds. And then on into our like more black and brown family. And then all of their duo situation. And then their iridescence colors, once again, gonna take some time. You gotta be patient with them. Not my strong suit. Definitely not my strong suit to be patient with a paint that doesn't want to move. Once again, M-gram. They always move. Yeah, so that's just not, it's just not. I don't understand. And the pearl shimmer. I mean, it's super pretty in the blob. Don't you want to play? Nope, sure don't. And this pearlescent white one isn't even big enough to like spread out into a color. Which is fine, because clearly I am not thrilled with the iridescent ones. Alright, there we go. The silver one, or the moonstone one, seems to want to do something. Moonstone looks silver to me. Iridescent blue silver. Got a little more water. Really give it a spin. There we go. On a better paper where it's not pilling, because I'm scrubbing like a son of a gun, it will probably look really pretty. Iridescent sunstone is nice. I think once again on good paper, you know, one that hasn't been scrubbed, Aztec Gold usually does really well. It's a very vibrant color. Bronze. These are your more metallics than iridescent to me. Copper. Copper's a favorite. And then look at your yellow gold. Come on. Come on. Come on. Not working. And topaz, which looks green. Looks like green glitter paint. I can't. I just can't. Iridescent jade, that one doesn't want to spread very well either. Yeah, these are underwhelming. Garnet. Yeah. Sorry guys, sorry about the iridescence. They're just, once again, you need them to be in a situation like right fresh out of the tube or soaked. Let them soak for a good 5 minutes and then come back and really swirl them around with a firm brush, firmer than your watercolor brush. Maybe one of your brushes you don't really care about. Get it really going before you start your painting. Iridescent ruby's kind of pretty now that it's going. And Scarab Red, which looks green and then apparently turns into this reddish color. There's a green blue cast when it comes out of the tube apparently. Electric Blue is as it says. Yeah, see, a little bit of water and letting them sit helps a little. And some colors just re-wet better than other colors too. It's just the nature of the beast. Some colors do better fresh out of the tube than they do in pans. And if you do want to put them in pans, maybe buy the pans instead of buying the tubes. Maybe. Because they're formulated to work as a pan rather than putting it from the tube into the pan. And then antique gold, I'm not a fan. But that's just my preference. I'm not a gold person. Says the girl who has like 16 gold pens. I like the gold gold pens. Metallic colors, usually. Antique silver I like. Silver's my favorite. Okay. Well, that's as far as we're getting with those. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me blather about nothing important, my adventure traveling across the country, and swatching out this myriad of just colors for days. Let's move the waters out of the way and zoom out, way out, and yeah, just a crazy amount of colors. 238 colors on 4 separate sheets. And yeah, we swatched them all. And I don't know, I tend to lean towards the bright, these colors, the greens and the yellows. Some of these are nice here and there. But like I said, the whole point of these is to pick and choose, to swatch and see. And some of the dots are big enough that you could probably do like a small painting with them on a small sheet of paper and see how they work together. Thank you for listening to me story time with you. I appreciate you coming by the channel. I appreciate you. Look at me. I'm a disaster just across the board. Green paint all over me. I appreciate you listening, watching, coming to the channel, being here, sticking around. Whoops. Let's swatch that up. There we go. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye. 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 Bye.